There's times when it's going to be humbling, and you got to keep your head down and keep going. I think you learn from everything, the good, the bad, and sometimes more from the bad than the good. And so, I think everybody's trying to learn from it, apply it to themselves, find ways to get better, find ways to use it as motivation, and just keep going forward.
Matt, when did you know how special this rivalry was?
Probably the first time I played in it. We played here my rookie year against them, and it's just kind of a little bit different, just because there's so many people in Atlanta that are from New Orleans, and a lot of people down in New Orleans that are from the Atlanta area. So there's a lot of ties within the cities, and so that kind of lends a little more edge to the rivalry. And so probably the first time I played in it, I kind of realized it was a little bit different than some of the other games we were playing.
Matt, your offensive line's reshuffled again. Talk about the challenge of those guys facing this Ryan's defense and the Saints defense that's improved.
Yeah, I think their defense is playing well. And certainly with the guys that we have out there, we've got to be on top of identification and communication in terms of getting ourselves on the same page and getting things blocked up the way that they need to be blocked up. And that's kind of where we're at right now. But, I've got confidence in those guys that they're going to go out and play with great effort, and we just need to have better execution.
Matt, Coach said you all might have to look at some things schematically. What might those be? What could it possibly be? Trying to run more a little bit, since y'all having so many pass protection issues?
Yeah, that's something that Mike and Dirk are going to work on, and I know everybody. When things aren't going well, everybody looks at everything that we're doing in order to try and find ways to get that fixed. But that's a coaching thing, and so Mike will handle that.
Harry had another big play. A couple, numbers have been really strong. How much maturation have you seen in the last several weeks?
It's been awesome. I think Harry. You don't like to talk about silver linings or anything like that. You'd rather be winning these games, but one of the silver linings, I think, is the play of Harry and how productive he's been. I think within this building and within this locker room, we've known what he's capable of doing. He's just been surrounded by some other guys that have, gotten the ball a little bit more than he has. But when he's had his opportunity to be out there as a 1 or a 2 and move into a number of different spots and be featured heavily in the game plan, I think he's excelled, and he's made a lot of plays for us. I'm happy for him.
I know you guys have a lot of work still left to do this year, but the reality of this league is, whether it's New Orleans last year, Kansas City last year, 13-3 last year, this is a year-to-year proposition.
Every team's different. Every year's different. And, Coach Smith does a great job, I think, at the beginning of every season telling us, what we've done in the past has no bearing on what we're going to do in the future. And that's the case for everybody. And so, as players, we got to finish this. First and foremost, we got to finish this season off the right way and play the way that we're capable of doing it. And know that, like every year, things will be different next year.